Thanksgiving is right around the corner, and the market hasn't hit its holiday lull yet. I'm Tony with Clarkson Santoro, and this is our weekly real estate update for the week of Friday, November 15th. We know that selling or buying a home can be very stressful and confusing. That's why we do these weekly videos, so you can know how the market is impacting your options as a home seller or buyer. As always, we like to start off by looking at how the market performed this week. There are now 32 homes on the market, 2 less than last week, and continuing the trend of the previous few weeks. The average asking price is still about the same, $2,236,000 compared to $2,239,000 last week. 7 homes went pending this week, 1 more than last week. The average price came down a little bit of those pending homes, asking $1.728, down from $1,832,000 last week. And 4 homes closed this week, 3 less than last week, but the closing price jumped up significantly from last week, up to $1,912,000 from last week's $1,583,000. So that's how the market performed this past week. And before we look at the broader trends that help us know where the market might be heading, if you find this information helpful, you can hit the subscribe button down below so you don't miss out on future updates. And while you're at it, why don't you share it with a friend as well? Everyone deserves to be in the know about their local real estate market and how it's affecting them. Okay, let's look at those broader indicators. Like I said earlier, inventory came down another 2 homes. Similar trend from the last few weeks. Inventory is down. The inventory will probably continue to decrease as we get closer and closer to the holidays. The turnover rate has held pretty steady except for a little jump for a little bit at the end of September there. It's still well below the average turnover rate, and it continues to be a tale of 2 separate markets based on price range. Homes above the median are continuing to sit on the market unless they have something really special or unique to buyers to get them excited. And the homes below the median price, still around that 1.8 mark, still tend to perform well as long as they are not reaching on price. The homes that are selling are doing so at an even higher rate, higher over asking price on average this week than last week. It's up $7,000. The average improved by about $7,000, which reinforces the idea that there are buyers out there excited to make a purchase and willing to fight for the right house. The average sales price increased slightly as well after it had dropped noticeably. It came up about $3,000 from last week. Alright. The average still doesn't really demonstrate the average home value in San Ramon, but more so demonstrates the point we have been making for a few weeks about the difference in the above median homes compared to the below median homes. Triple Q continues to perform well after the post-election surge. The growth has slowed down. It jumped up significantly after the election and trailed off a little bit, but still up about 1% over the last week. The fund maintaining value or continuing to grow will serve to encourage buyers in our market, especially after the new year when things typically pick back up. Interest rates remained basically the same this week, coming down only 1 basis point. The reality is that even though the Fed has cut the discount rate recently and inflation appears to be dropping, there is still one key feature of the economy that has kept inflation from really dropping. Everyone continues to point to the fact that home values remaining high and continuing to grow year over year has kept the inflation number from really dropping. If that truly is the case, then the high mortgage rates are probably the only thing keeping home values somewhat in check, and they probably won't come down significantly for some time. As we get closer to Thanksgiving, we are looking at a market that is actually performing better than I would have expected, considering the slower pace we've seen in the past couple of months. I think that getting past the election has reinvigorated the market a little bit, but think it's still reasonable to prepare for a typically slow holiday market in a couple of weeks. Once we get into the new year, I get the feeling that we will be seeing a sudden increase in market activity, but we'll have to wait to see if I'm right about that. Thank you for joining me this week for this update. I hope it helps you understand how our market is impacting your options. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and ring the notification bell so you can stay informed about how the market continues to shape up as we head into the end of the year. And if you do have any questions about how you can navigate the stressful, confusing process of selling or buying a home, leave a comment down below or reach out to us directly. Links are in the description. We're here to help guide you every step of the way. Have a safe weekend, and we'll see you next week with a new update.